Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Mosby. Welcome to Tuesday. If you are just joining us back after the bank holiday weekend, well, lucky you. Hopefully you had a great time. Hopefully you enjoyed the extra day off. And if you were with us yesterday, you will know we had a brilliant day all about the education yesterday, helping you get the very best out of all of your crafty goodies. We had 3 brilliant crafty stash shows yesterday. Just looking at the amount of people who tuned in for that first one, my goodness me. Thousands of you have watched the crafty stash on scoreboards. If you want to get back yesterday, Debbie also covered off ink pads, did an hour and a half on all things ink pads, and we had a glue school last night as well. So a lot of the shows all about helping you to get the very best out of your stash. We've got more crafty stash shows coming up for you today as well. So 2 o'clock this afternoon, which is 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, we are going to be delving into everything when it comes to the Gemini. So it might be the Gemini machine you want answers on, maybe the Gemini 2, might be you've got queries about the MIDI, the Mini, the Go, whatever it is. If you've got a Gemini machine, make sure you're tuning in from 2 o'clock this afternoon as we go through all of that. And then tonight, live at 5, we are going to be delving into the world of embossing. So lots to look forward to, plenty of chances for you to get interactive with us over the course of the day. And we've switched things around just a little bit. We've turned the day on its head because we are starting off with a launch party show, which is going to feature some of the best launches from recent times. So we're looking at the silhouette dies and stencils. They have proved so popular. And also the Great Outdoors collection, which I think is one of my favourite collections of the year so far. I know Sarah was very sort of in love with this collection. If you want to shop anything on the show, it's all there for you on the website. The Vintage Carnival is also on the Shop the Show. We've also got to celebrate the good times as well. So a lot of the big collections that we brought you recently all stacked up on this show. If you want to shop for them, head to the website to see those deals. We will be kicking off though with the Great Outdoors, but let's say hello to the lady who is the other side of the studio, bringing you all of the inspiration, looking very summery today in the sunshine. It's the Barnsley Bombshell, Debbie Robinson. Is that a new dress?
No. Just one I've just got out from
just
the.
One you just
I've thrown on. Yeah. It is though. It's lovely outside, isn't it?
Lovely
it's absolutely
today,
beautiful. A lovely day. So, but I hope you can join us with crafting. Thank you to all the lovely messages that I had last night.
Yeah.
I had a lot in my inbox and also lots that I saw across the socials. So thank you very much for all of that. I'm glad we've inspired many of you. Some new people out there as well. Daisy, if you're watching, hi.
Oh yes.
Because literally. It's just lovely to be able to inspire you to use your things that you've got. And I hope I can do that again today and answer any of your questions today later on in the Crafty Stash shows too. So yeah, it's going to be a good day, another good day. Can't wait to get started. And we're going to start with, I have to agree with you, Ben, I absolutely love this collection.
Cool, isn't it?
I had this at Sunday when I was out at the trade show and I absolutely loved it. Played with it all day. I was supposed to be doing other things, but I can't put this one down because it's absolutely fabulous. A lot of fun and quite resonates with a lot of my family members as well because they're into this kind of thing. So absolutely love and adore this collection. Can't wait to get started and show you a few ideas of how you can use it as well.
Excellent stuff. I'll try and say a few hellos to you in just a second. My tablet's having a bit of a moment, so not connecting to the internet. So I'm sure there's lots of you watching. So hello, good morning. I'll say a proper good morning to you as and when it decides to sort itself out. But let's should we have a look at some finished samples first, and I'll take everyone through the boards.
While you're sorting out your I was going to say your computer.
Well, I don't know what to do with it, to be honest with you. Hit it or what? What do you do?
What do you do? Give it a... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Don't you turn it on, put it back on again?
Could do that.
I think you do.
I'll ring our IT guys. Yeah, no, they say exactly the same, don't they?
That's exactly what they say.
Have you turned it off and on again? I'll do that. I'll do that now.
You do that while I show you a bit of inspiration. Now, I absolutely adore this collection. This being one of my favourite samples, I think, that I've seen. I'm trying to work out why they're all a bit wonky as well.
I wonder why, eh?
But I absolutely adore this. I think it's a lot of fun, a heck of a lot of fun. And covering all of nature, all of being outside in that great outdoors. And I absolutely love that one as well with the background scene
so
there
clever.
and the dogs in there. And again, you could add other items that you have in your collection. Love, absolutely love. Let me see if I've got this the right way because I really like the style of this card. It's like a double...
Double
see, it's
easel,
like
yeah.
a double stepper. I really like that. I think that's really cool. Gorgeous papers, so you could be doing a bit of paper piecing rather than colouring in. You could do a bit of paper piecing in there. What about making little home decor pieces as well? That is absolutely stunning. I absolutely adore that. Have you ever been tenting? Camping, sorry.
Me?
Tenting.
I've got
New word.
I've got a big bell tent. I have. It looks a little bit like that.
Have you?
It's the easiest tent in the world. It's massive. You get all the family in,
Yeah.
and the dog, right? And all you do is you put the ground sheet down, then you get the main sort of canopy bit, knock that down, and then you've got a big pole.
Yeah.
I go in with my big pole, I shove it up like that, and the whole thing. It's like a big top. It's easy. It's so quick and easy, and yeah.
I've
made
never
easy.
been invited into your tent, Mr. Mosby.
Well, you're
it
welcome.
sounds big enough to get me in there as well.
We'll get you in there easily.
Yeah.
You're
I have
welcome
been-
into my bell tent anytime.
I have been in a tent since the Girl Guides many moons ago.
You haven't been in a tent since you were in the Girl Guides?
No, Girl Guides. We used to go camping all the time when I was young, and I absolutely loved it. Bet we went once, and I went with Carol. Carol, if you're watching, you'll remember Carol, my old school friend. Yeah, let's peg. You know, you peg them down.
Yeah.
She would in charge of all that. I would doing all inside. Do you know what she didn't do?
What?
Peg my side down. Do you know what it did all night?
What?
Rained. Do you know what I
Oh.
woke up into?
What?
Puddle.
Oh,
An absolute
no.
puddle. I ended up having to go in the teacher's tent and kit there.
You had to go kit with a teacher?
Three of them.
Oh,
Three of them.
no.
Geography teacher, English teacher and cooking teacher. Never forgot
There's a
it.
joke
Scarred
there
me for
somewhere.
life.
There's a geography teacher, an English teacher, and a cooking teacher in a tent.
Oh, honestly. But that was probably one of my last experiences of camping
No
in the
wonder
great
you've not been back in the
outdoors.
tent since.
So
Seriously.
yeah, absolutely gorgeous collection. But it doesn't just cover those kind of things. It covers the great outdoors. Absolutely love everything about this collection, everything about these samples. They're all absolutely glorious, and I can't wait to get started having a little play myself.
Lovely. Good news is it worked. Turn it off and on again. It's funny that, isn't it? It's funny that. Maybe I should get a job in IT. I reckon I could do that. I got a problem. I'll turn it off and on again, mate. That's all you need. That's all you need. Few hellos then. So we can say hello to Radical Rachel, who's on the socials today. Already in is PB Brewer Martin. Good morning, Ben and Debbie and all. Hi to Trudy Bickham. Paul Prince ×4 joins us from South Carolina. Lois says good morning, everyone from Ohio. Hello, love to create LC, who says good morning, Ben, Debbie, team and all. And Kathy Green is in Mechanicsburg. Says good morning, Debbie and Ben from a rainy Mechanicsburg. Ready for another fun day. Julia Chiverton's in Exmouth. Nicole Brother Rick Rack joins us as well, saying hi, everyone. Brother Rick Rack. Tina B says good morning, crafty friends from Gastonia, North Carolina. Watching from bed. Oh, I'm feeling pretty crummy from radiation effects. It's nice to have CCV to keep me company. Well, Tina B, hopefully you can relax up, get better, and join us for what is going to be a fun day. The great outdoors. So, pick of the week. It comes with 2 paper pads actually, which is brilliant. A lot of people, when we had this live on the show, we're getting the collection with the 2 paper pads and then buying more. The paper pad, again, is brilliant. It is 24 single-sided sheets, but what's excellent about the paper pads we've been doing recently is that you do have papers which coincide with what the collection is. So hence here, great outdoors, you've got things like the canoes there, but then you have lots of pattern papers as well, so you can use this outside of the collection. There's walking boots and torches, you've got the barbecue in there, you've got the compass in there as well, cute little ditzy floral pages. More sort of strip designs in there as well with the mountain scenes. You've got plaids in here. You've got the caravans again. You've got wood designs. Again, more ditzy florals, more plaids. So you can see it's a real different range of papers within this collection, and you'll get 2 of those within the bundle. Now, you've seen pretty much everything else within the set, but let me show you it in board form. All of the sentiments you're going to get. So if you want to go for these individually as well, Find Yourself in Nature, this one's called. So it's all those sentiment stamps. Things like Bon Voyage, Always Take the Scenic Route, Dream Big, Travel Often, and the best view comes after the hardest climb. Then you've got the lady walking the dog. That one's called The Scenic Route. That one is in stamp form. You've also got the chap walking the dog as well. There's me and Molly Collie off for new adventures. You've got this one, The Perfect Catch. That's the bloke gone fishing. Have you been fishing? Do you like fishing, Debbie?
I used to have an ex-partner that loved fishing, so I've been a couple of times with him, and I really enjoyed it.
Did you?
Peace and quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't do the fishing, I just had a book and a glass of wine. And just had a little old chill time, as you do.
That's it.
But yeah, it's very tranquil. It's I get why it's a popular sport.
Yeah. Wild Side. So that one there is the cyclist. See a lot of those out through my village on a Sunday. What do they call them? Mammals. That's it, isn't it?
Is that what they're called?
Middle-aged men in lycra. Mammals. You've then got your Explorer. I really like that. Really cool design. Actually,
I like
that compass.
Yeah.
Very
I'm gonna be
trendy
using
design.
That in first demo.
Then you've got your camper van. So this is Stamp and Die. Enjoy the journey. Love the style on that one, as I was saying on the launch. It's very sort of VW camper van-esque.
Yes,
Not a V-dub.
yeah.
And then look, you can join on the back. Your little caravan, so adventure awaits. That's again in Stamp and Die form. Then you get the around the campfire. So there's your bell tent, Ben's bell tent, and you've got all of the different elements there as well. So you've got your fire, you've got your kettle, you've got your pot on there, you've got your little lantern, you've got your guitar, you've got all of your lights there as well, which is brilliant. If you want to go for these, by the way, you're going to have to search for them currently, apparently, on the website. Great Outdoors Pick of the Week on the search bar. Just having a few little gremlins on the website currently. You've also got nature surroundings. What's really nice about this set as well, if you love to build scenes, this is brilliant, right? Because you've got your foreground there with the grass, you've sort of got your mid-ground here with the alpine charm, which is all those trees, and then you've got the best views, which is the kind of background, if you like. So all of those different ways to be able to build scenes. Shop the Day is now working, I've just been told. Tremendous. You've got the tree, you've got the tree there with just the branches, and then these dice here allow you to put the leaves and the petals on there, depending on what sort of time of the season it is you're making your card for. And then this Wanderlust, which I think is gorgeous. That signpost. Sarah did a really cool demo with that the other day, showing you how to kind of do your light and shade with that to show you how to get the that really cool wood effect. Talked about as well, maybe running that through one of your wood embossing folders as well. And then what's really cool is you can pop in your sentiments to create your own little message there. So have a great day. It's your birthday. Along those sort of lines. I've got some more cards over here, which I'll show you in just a second. But that is the bundle, as it were. If you want to go for the full bundle. Details on your screen. Shop the Day for everything. And if you want to go for individuals as well, of course, you can do that as well. Make your own little mini basket. A few more quick hellos. Hi to Sandy, who says, hello from Florida. I am loving your shows. Thank you, Sandy. Any more questions and comments, fire those in, and we will certainly answer them and mention your comments as we go. Right, off to the great outdoors with Debbie. Are we going cycling? Are we going walking? Are we going caravanning? What are we doing?
We're going walking.
Walking.
Walking in the hills. Yeah,
Okay.
I just walking. I love that's the thing that I love. Do you know, one of my favourite things to do is get out in the countryside, fresh air in my lungs, and just walk and wander.
Yeah.
And I don't matter where I do. Sometimes I get in the car and I take myself off somewhere. That's what I love to do. I don't have a dog anymore, unfortunately. It is still on my to-do list.
Yeah.
Any news on Molly yet?
Well, next year, Molly Collie.
Maybe. Well,
Molly
maybe then
baby.
Maybe then I might be ready. Yeah.
Thinking maybe early next year potentially.
Oh.
But it's all down to Mrs. M. That.
Is it? Bless her.
I'm not getting involved with all of that.
You're letting her do all of that.
Yeah, it's her side of things. She's the dog lady, isn't she? So.
Of course she is. She's Hairy Poppins.
She is Hairy Poppins.
She's Hairy Poppins.
Hey.
Now,
so yeah.
I've made myself a little pennant, so a little flag type thing here, and then just a random piece just to put my little compass down, because I do absolutely love the compass as well. Now, I don't know what's happened to my blank ink pad, because I was using it yesterday. Come to look for it this morning, it's not there. So I think someone's been in and pinched it. But I'm using Flagstone instead, so we'll be absolutely fine. And I'm just going to make sure I've got a good coverage. So rather than re-ink, I've probably missed that ink there. So let's give that another good cover over. Move that out of the way because it's rattling away. There we are. Do you go out in countryside, you and Mrs?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
We literally, we're in a little sort of new estate at the bottom of our village, and you hang a left out of our little cul-de-sac and walk to the end of the road, and you're out in the first field, and then from there you can walk. Yeah, you can walk miles through the fields.
Yeah.
So that's where we take Molly for walks, and you can walk up through the fields to where Daisy goes riding and stuff, and then she gets the pony out and walks around the fields. I love it. One of my favourite things to do is to go walking with Molly Collie.
Yeah.
Just Molly.
Just. No, not the missus, just
Well,
Molly.
she's all right to go walking with as well, but you know.
Bless you.
You get more peace and quiet when it's just Molly. Bless her.
Hey, God love you.
It's great though, isn't it? It's very. I think in the world that we're in today, I think I appreciate the great outdoors more. Whether I'm out walking, whether I'm running, it's just nice to get away from all of the hubbub of the world, isn't it? And all the news, which is usually quite depressing.
Absolutely.
I feel like you can get a good lift for your soul going out in the countryside.
Now, before I get started, I'm just going to show you, because I wanted to create a little bit of a technique round the back of me mister and his dog out there walking. So I've took some masking tape, and you'll find this on the website. It's completely sticky all the way through. I stamped that and then fussy cut around so that I could place one over the top. And I tend to, once I've done this, Ben, I keep hold of them. So you'll probably see, well, why is it blue, Debbie? Well, it's blue because I've already used this to create this technique. So it's just to cover up that area. And I tend to do it before I use my alcohol pens. Yeah. Only because I find it a bit easier. So I'm just going to Debbie, she says, get it stuck to your fingers. Let's start from the top. There we go. Let's work it down and cover him all up. There, that'll do. There you go. There we go. And then cover the bottle up as well. Now, it does require your little fussy cut scissors, so your tiny little scissors, to once you've stamped onto there, to that actually just cut around it. Because what I'm wanting to do is just mask off that image, because I'm going to colour that in with my alcohol pens, hence why I use my alcohol ink pad. And if you caught that show yesterday, you'll totally understand why. Brilliant show. Thank you very much. And then I'm just going to take a colour. Now, I've gone with Oasis. And all I'm going to do is pick up a bit of that ink and then just roughly get you back down there, Mr. Dog. Oh yeah, come on, doggy. You behave yourself. I clearly didn't put enough pressure on there to stick. There we go. Let's just make sure I've got that stuck down. There we are. That's better. Yeah, and then just go around the outside. Right. Arm back down. Get your arm down. It's because it's a nice little piece, so you just need to make sure, because it is a very sticky, yeah, quite, not ultra sticky, not where it's going to pull at your cardstock, but it's got a nice little tacky stick's probably the right word to use. And I'm just going to literally just go around. Is that still in stock, the masking tape? That's a good question. I'm not sure. It's absolutely a must-have. Yeah. And I mean a must-have. Well, because you're obviously doing that today. Sarah did a technique back along. We had techniques with one of the other guys with the bookworm collection with the masking tape. It's very useful. It is $7.99 and it is in stock. So there you go. That's good news. Might have to do a stamping little craft your stash, you know. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah. Yeah, there's any other shows you want to see? Let us know. I actually had quite a lot. Do you know, because I posted about my scrapbook page on the socials at the weekend. I had a lot of requests about scrapbooking. So I thought, you know what, we might be able to do that with a collection. Oh, that's a good idea. I was thinking about that, yeah. So I'll have a think. Because we could always chop and change around what people want and what people ask for. Listen, we are always open and ready for suggestions, and if you suggest and we can, we'll do it, won't we? If we can do it, we will. Absolutely. You ask and we'll try and deliver for you. Yeah. So when you pull that back, it's created that lovely background. And like I said, don't throw that away. Keep hold of that. And the same with the dog as well. So let's peel the dog back now. And then it leaves me that nice white area, but it's created a little bit of a backdrop without having to go over the image, which then makes it difficult for when you want to colour in. Yeah. So then I'm just going to take my colouring materials, which I've gone for tri-blends, because I always love my tri-blends. Super easy to lay down colour very quickly. Yeah. And there's not a lot. This is what I love about this. It's not one of those heavy, big stamps that requires quite a lot. You could block colour if you wanted to block colour. That's what I was about to say. If you're someone who's gets a bit overawed with bigger stamps, thinking, oh, I've got to do all my blending, this one colour will do, won't it? Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm just going to put a little bit of shading under his arm coming down there as well. And that's what it took for that bit. What's he got in his hand there? Is it a bottle of water? A water bottle. Oh, water bottle. You wouldn't go walking for a long walk without your water bottle, would you? No, you wouldn't. Take your supplies with you. No, absolutely not. You take some liquids with you. Water liquids, not the other kind of liquids. I mean, you could if you wanted to. You could if you wanted to. But, yeah, well, to hydrate yourself. That's it. And always take your drinks and snacks for the dog as well. Absolutely. Put some snacks in your backpack.
Although whenever I go on a long walk with Molly, I'll take her some nice fresh water. She'll ignore that and then go and drink out of a puddle.
Oh, what is it about dogs and puddles?
Stream. Yeah.
Yeah, dirty puddles.
The dirtiest one, the better.
Yeah, they're all over them, aren't they?
Oh,
they are all over them. Little comics. They are.
Hi to Christine Mahoney's joined us. She says, hello, Ben and Debbie. You both look fantastic. Well, you can come again, Christine. And hi to Jane Quigley, who says, I live about 5 minutes from the countryside. We have roe deer and beautiful birds of prey, and the river runs through, and you can watch the barges going through the locks.
Oh.
Do you know, Jane, I say to my Laura, one thing I want to do, maybe when the kids have sort of flown the nest, I want to go on a canal holiday. When I was very, very young, I remember we went on holiday, obviously with my mum and dad. I think that was about 4 or 5, and we did the canals through Stratford-upon-Avon. And I just remember it being this most magical holiday. And ever since then, I've always wanted to go on a barge, on a canal boat, just for like a long weekend.
It's absolutely right up my street. So if
Is
Mrs.
it?
M doesn't want to do it...
Well, she doesn't fancy it.
The fake Mrs. M definitely would, because...
Should me and you go then?
Absolutely. It's I want to live on water. That's the dream for me, is to live on water. I love being on water. I love being beside water. I just so thoroughly enjoy that.
We know I love doing my... what's it called? Oh dear. Brain. Thank you. Paddleboarding.
Yeah, let you do that on your own. I mean, I watch the paddleboarders when I go to Bristol, and it's not for me. That one's not for me. That one. I'll leave you to that one, Ben.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put it to Mrs. M. I say I'm thinking, you know, after the kids have left, we want to do a canal boat holiday. If you don't want to do it, fake Mrs. M is going to come with me. See what she says to that.
Absolutely. Oh, she'll be there like a shot. She'll come with us if we go together.
Yeah,
me and Mrs. M got on really well.
She might. She might. Yeah, Speedos on the paddleboard, Johnny, of course. Yeah, get the Speedos out, obviously. No, I don't need a wetsuit on.
Oh, dear.
Speedos and shades, that's all you need. A backwards baseball cap, and you're off. Yeah. Johnny's just said it's a bit different when you see people doing it in California and me doing it on the tees. Yeah. And then, me swatting away all the midges. Yeah, and avoiding the shopping trolleys that have been hauled into the river. Oh, dear. What a place we live in, eh? What a place.
Right, so I'm just doing a spot of colouring. Now, I could spend a bit of time colouring, but obviously... Oh, God, it's 20 past already. What the heck?
Oh, no.
What the heck? But I just really... I mean, I enjoy the process of colouring. I could sit here and colour all day long. In fact, I'll just do a little bit more. But yeah,
nice.
just choose your colourways. And I have chosen, I will tell you why I chose these particular colours, because the papers that I'm using are like muted greens and browns, and I felt like it kind of worked by doing my dog. I mean, you could do that dog at any, it could be a Dalmatian, it could be, it could be a black lab, it could be a golden retriever, it could be any kind of dog you want that to be, depending on the colour that you use. But yeah, just have a little play with your colours. I'm just thinking, should I just do one little bit more? Go on, we'll have a bit of red on his backpack. Let's just come in. Not going to miss him, are you?
Hey?
With his big red backpack.
No, you wouldn't. Chantel George just saying good morning from 2J, Australia. We live in the countryside, the bush. It's our happy place. Today we saw a family of 5 emus and 3 kangaroos.
Oh.
What are kangaroos like generally? Are they? Yeah, I see videos where like
They're aggressive.
More aggressive than anything. But is that giving kangaroos a bad name?
Really?
Yeah. Rebecca says I'm very blessed to have the canal.
That's not what Skippy was like when I was younger.
Skippy was good.
Skippy was.
Yeah,
Skippy was
off camera, proper diva apparently. Yeah. Yeah. Skippy, the bush kangaroo. What's that, Skip? Old Man Smithers has fallen down the mine. Oh dear. What was the other one? What was the dolphin called? Flipper.
Flipper?
Flipper. That was similar, wasn't it? A seal? Oh, Andre the Seal. And the Littlest Hobo, of course, as well. Maybe tomorrow I want to settle down. I loved that show. Did you remember that, Debbie?
Was that the what? The littlest?
The littlest hobo.
I don't remember that one, Ben.
The dog that used to come in, you know, help out the family, whatever the problem was, and at the end they'd sort of turn around to like thank him, and he was gone. He was off down the road on his next adventure.
Oh, I don't remember that one. No, I don't think I watched that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, Dad, just colouring his trousers in. I was looking for I thought I'd fetched all my colours, but we'll go with. Let's have a look. What have I got here? Let's have a look. We'll go with. Oh, I'll go with grey. I mean, I wouldn't have. I didn't choose grey on my original ones, but it's okay. I'll just go in with grey.
What was that show called again? The lady in the plane with the dog. Come outside. Remember that, Debbie?
No, I don't remember that one either.
The lady used to fly on like this spotty plane. Auntie Mabel and Pippin the dog.
No, that don't ring a bell.
She used to take the plane to the supermarket. Her carbon footprint was terrible. Back in '93. So, come on, Pippin, let's go down to the local shops and get some milk, and they get in a plane. And Pippin had his little helmet on and some glasses and some goggles.
I don't remember that. What did you say? That was
1993.
Yeah, I was having kids by then. I think I'd had my first
I don't know
child.
why I was watching that. I was still, what would I have been, 14 in 1993?
Yeah, my little one were only one. In fact, yeah, that one in 1993. Literally, all you're going to do now is, can you see how quick and easy that was to colour that lovely image in? And I'm just going to put those to one side because I have got mine here. And I've actually cut out the same size, well, I say the same size, just slightly bigger. So I use my template of this to cut around on my craft card to create the little pennant.
Yeah.
And then colouring in my... literally, I just chose brown grey with that one and literally just shaded that to create that effect. So let me just bring in my cardstock. So I've got a 6x6 card and I've done my base. Let me make sure I've got it the right way around. Whew, close. Just use craft card again and the papers from the collection. Mm-hmm. Open your glue, Debbie. There we go. And then just put that one down.
It's great, isn't it, in the papers as well, that you do get these like patterned pieces, not just everything kind of like outdoors related. So you've got a lot of choice.
That's what I like about where we have a mixture.
Yeah.
I think it could be a bit too much having all like a themed kind of paper, so it's nice to have that choice. I'm going to pop some foam pads just onto the back of here, which is just like a little bit of I can never remember. It's like a sketch. Sketch. Kind of thing. When you start putting comments, there's a proper word for it, and Debbie can't remember off the top of her head because...
Can I just ask you a question?
Of course you can.
From Despina. So she's got a question. She says, so I have the grey pens, not the black ones. So she's got the
so she's got the brush, the tri-blend brush, yes.
She says, will I still be able to colour these?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. In fact, on Sunday, I had my tri-blend brush pens with me because you lay down quite a bit more colour quickly.
So it's just the nib that's the difference,
It's just the brush nib, yeah. So with a tri-blend original...
Which is the black.
Which is a black barrel.
Yeah.
It's just a fine nib. With a brush tri-blend, it's a brush nib.
Yeah.
And you've still got the pointed edge, so you can get quite a bit of colour down, but because it's a pointed tip, you can absolutely get like a little bit of colour, as well as a big piece of colour, which is why I like using. And I'll be totally honest, I mixed up, if you saw me there, I mixed up between the two of them. Right, so I am going to do the same around with this one. So let me grab my foam pads again. Let's pop one on, put there, one there. Just have the poker tool, Debbie. What have you done with it? There it is.
Janice's message saying, growing up, it was mine and my sister's job to walk the dogs every day. The nearly white Labrador would run through the stream and then find the freshest cowpat to roll in. They do that, don't they? I
had a dog like that. Always went to the you-know-whatty.
Yeah. Oh.
Rubbed every single time you had to come out of bath.
Yeah.
Little varmint.
Do you know, I say you do know, my little Mac, bless him, he was exactly the same. If he could find like a cowpat or fresh fox droppings, let's just say, oh, that was the best thing for him. He loved it. And whenever we used to go to my father-in-law's house, he's got a bit of land and they got the stables and whatnot, the muck heap. Mac would always go straight for the muck heap. You're like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Hey, bless.
Bless him. Bless them. Louise says, Ben, you're showing your age. Yes, absolutely old. Miss Heffalump says, I was only a year old when Come Outside was on. Making us feel old, Miss Heffalump.
Now, I've put a little bit of twine. I'm just going to put a little bit of twine in the corner, just on both sides of here, with a little bit of glue. And we'll put one there. I'll trim that down in a second. In fact, let me just see if I can get that. There we go. Before I stick my panel down.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to stick that just across. So it's like a little bit off there, a bit off the panel. It just adds a bit of texture, a bit of layered look to it as well. And then I've got Follow Your Dreams. They Know the Way. And I'm going to pop that just underneath there as well. But I'm going to leave that one flat. So I'm just going to pop that underneath.
Nice.
Got to lift that up. There we go. That's good. And as my little grandson says whenever he goes walking, let's have an adventure, Nanan.
Aww.
That's he loves it. I mean, out of the two, Safi's not so keen. Sometimes she's okay. Sometimes she's like on the shoulders of her dad.
He likes walking, does he?
He loves walking.
Does he not have to end up at a park or something like that, though? Does he not have to end up at a park or something? Does he
No.
Right.
He will go out walking in the hills with his mum and dad. Yeah, he loves his little adventures. I think I'm going to pop it up there. Let me just pop that just down there.
Oh, when mine were little, you always had to end up, you had to be ending up somewhere at the pub or the park or something,
No, he's a good lad. He loves a walk. He does. Loves a little walk, and he does call it. And let's go on an adventure, Nanam. Let's go on an adventure.
Aww.
And then I'm just going to finish that off with a little outliner, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of a faux stitching around the outside.
Pretty. Lots of lovely comments coming through. Chantal says, kangaroos are very gentle. They're more likely to jump away from you than attack. It's generally only the alpha males that get aggro, and only if someone is threatening the girls.
Ah.
And Karen says, we live on a marsh and had to put a fence across the back because the pugs would go in that, and marsh mud is nasty. Yeah, marsh mud smells, doesn't it? Smells.
I'm going to say that, the smelly stuff.
Yeah. If you've got a dog, usually they'll try and find the smelliest thing they can roll in. And then, of course, then they kick up a fuss when you have to bath them. Why do they like it? I don't know.
Rue runs upstairs. She loves her shower.
What's that?
Rue, my little...
Oh, she loves a shower?
Grandbaby. She loves a shower, yeah. She loves a shower. And there you go. There we go. I'm putting all those pieces together, creating that lovely panel as well. And you can decorate the inside of your card. So on the one that I did, I actually just popped like a little insert and then just created using the sentiments that you get in your collection and just pop that in the centre. So yeah, lovely collection. A lot of fun, a lot of creativeness with it. And you know, I was going to say it again, mail cards.
Yeah.
Great one for mail cards as well as for all those outdoor adventure lovers as well. So it's a really fabulous collection. It really is.
There you go. That is the great outdoors pick of the week. You get 2 of the paper pads within that bundle as well. Details on your screen there. Of course, you can find out more on the website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Now, with it being launch party, we always have an out of this world deal. And this is a brilliant deal, actually. It is the Gemini Mini, our smallest little manual machine, mini but mighty. And it comes with a free storage bag, which I think is absolutely brilliant. A lot of people who perhaps already have one of these storage bags use it for things like, keeping their bits and pieces in. I've seen people before messaging saying that they use it for like their makeup and whatnot, but it is perfectly sized to keep your mini in and your plates as well. So I say your plates, it's all folder based is the Gemini Mini, as I'm sure you know. You've got your folder here for doing your die cutting, so that's 6x3 in size, and then you've got this here, which is your little plastic shim that you'll use with your 2D embossing folders. Pop that one through. You've got 3D embossing folders, those go straight through. You can also use that with your cut and emboss folders as well. It's such a simple system for die cutting. Here's your little machine, complete still with the little eyes that Keith put on it a while back. I just think it adds Yeah, just adds a little bit of a smile there, doesn't it? Simple to use. Just got the crank on the side, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. Plates will go straight through. You've got the suckers on the bottom there as well. So wherever you're popping this, it's got to stay stuck and stay in place. And you know, the brilliant thing about this machine is, if you are looking for maybe a first little die cutting and embossing machine, it is very, very nicely priced. And you'll find, you know, a lot of your dies will go through this. Particularly good as well if you are using collections like this as well, because those smaller dies will go through. If you like to make flowers, whether it be with foam, paper, whatever it might be, those will tend to go through the Mini. It's also a lovely little machine to have alongside an electronic. A lot of our viewers already will have things like the Gemini 2 or maybe a Junior. The Mini or the MIDI will be sat on top just for when you don't need to engage the electronic machine, when you need a quick die cut, a quick emboss. This is absolutely perfect. And again, if you've got littlies who you want to get into craft, how nice to have a Gemini Mini alongside. So the price on the screen is the price you should pay. We throw in for free the bag. The bag is worth, I think, $12.99. So you're getting that for free within the bundle. As you see, the Gemini Mini fits lovely in there. You've got your little tab which goes over the top. There's a couple of little pockets there that you can pop tools in, and then at the top here you've got your fishnet bungee which you can pop your folders in as well. So they go in there nice and neat. Zip it up and away you go. Out of this world deal, 24-hour only deal. So if you like the look of that, if you're thinking about getting the Mini, then this is an opportune time to jump in and grab it. It will only be available up until midnight tonight. All right, we're going to have a short little break, give you opportunity to get onto the website. When we come back, we're going to have a look at the amazing silhouettes, dies, stamps and stencils. That is a gorgeous collection. We do still have the showstopper available for that, and I think the bonus buy as well. So we'll be looking at that in more detail in just a moment with more demos from Debbie. We'll see you in about 4 minutes' time.
Why do I love Crafty's Companion? Well, we've got two comedians, Dan and Craig. They're not comedians really, they're brilliant when they do their shows. They're so comical when it comes down to wrestling. I know I took the mick out of Craig with his watch, said it must have come from a Christmas cracker, but I like his watch. I think it's brilliant. Anyway, I've had to get myself off the floor. I had to use my Vernon Hoover to suck me up off the floor, and I had to use my foam on a roll to keep me secured up so I don't fall over again, because I'm still in shock, because we know Platinum Plus for life, so I'm Plat Plus. Speak soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hi, it's Julesy One Kenobi here with my hoodie on. I just thought I'd let you know another reason why I absolutely love Crafters TV. The laughter and the giggles and the dressing up and the jokes. But the one thing for me that absolutely made me laugh so much I cried was the birthday week Vegas dressing up, where Ben was Belvis Mesley, and I just couldn't stop laughing because of the wig The wig just did it for me, and I just absolutely couldn't stop laughing every time it came on. And that's another reason why I just love Crafters TV.
Missed your favourite Crafters TV shows this week? Feel like you've missed out on the best crafting deals? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Join us for Second Chance Sunday, your ultimate catch-up on the top 10 deals, demos and must-see moments from the past week. From incredible discounts to inspiring crafting, this is your second chance to grab the best of the best. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Tune in to Second Chance Sunday, only on Crafters TV. Because every crafter deserves a second chance. Put there. You do know this isn't a real door, don't you? Welcome back, everybody. That card is fabulous, Debbie, says Paw Prints ×4. Another demo from Debbie coming up in just a sec. At the very mention of a walk, says Janice Watson, my cousin's boy would always say he couldn't go because he had a bone on his leg. What? My kid's exactly the same. Too tired. Oh, too tired. Too tired. Unless they knew, as I say, it would end in a park or in a pub, for example. They'd always come if it was, oh, we'll go to the pub afterwards. Oh, all right, we'll go to the pub, yeah. Every machine, says Miss Heffalump, needs googly eyes. It's a must because they are character. I agree. I feel like, I want to say I was maybe the one that started that trend, you know, starting on the machines. We had Vernon with the eyes as well. I recently bought a second Mini for my friends to use as they were always using mine, says Paw Prints. A morning from Chandler, Arizona, says Jill B. My first purchase was the Mini, was to be a gift, and it was on a crazy price on HSN, but the gift never gifted. Let's show you this next amazing collection. Do you know what? I know I just said that the Great Outdoors is one of my favourite collections of the year. This is also one of my favourite collections of the year. It's such a beautiful collection with stamps, dies and stencils which all work absolutely perfectly together. Now, check the shop, the show for everything. All of these available individually. You can just get the stamps, dies and stencils on their own, but this is the showstopper. So within the showstopper, you're basically paying an extra £15 or $20 and you get £45 or $60 worth of extra stuff within the bundle, and then you get access to the bonus buy. And I'll whiz through this fairly swiftly, but my goodness me, how stunning. Just that as a card, beautifully done, isn't it? You've got your stencil, sorry, you've got your die rather, which is that beautiful silhouette couple, cherish moments. Then you've got like the little, almost like arch of the branches, and then your sentiment underneath as well in stamp form, cherish moments. Just stunning. There's even more beautiful ones in this collection. Oh. I mean, look at that. That is called Butterfly Kisses. I did say the other day, I thought that lady there was a mermaid, but she's not necessarily. She could be though, couldn't she?
She could be.
Very mermaidial. Mm-hmm. But how gorgeous again is that die cut?
Stunning.
With then the stencil, which works perfectly, as if the butterflies are just fluttering out of her hand, and then the sentiment beneath which says, sending you a butterfly kiss full of love and gentle wishes to brighten your day. Then you've got the two on a swing. That's me and Debbie, that is.
Absolutely.
On our lunch break. Yeah.
In the swing outside.
Yeah, the swing outside. What are you having today? Oh, chicken salad, my love. What are you having? Jack in the Tip.
Eggs.
Oh, eggs.
I'm having eggs.
Oh, then that's when I jump off the swing and run away. Debbie's just left on her own. It's like that then. Eggs. That's why the leaves are up in the air. Swing into happiness, one egg, one moment at a time. I mean, that is just the cutest.
That is my little granddaughter blowing, because they pick them out of my garden.
They do.
Both of them do. And do you know what? If you chop that ponytail off, you could actually get away with like a boy image.
Little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
That's a really good shout, actually. Make a wish with the dandelion clock. This, again, is just beautiful. Showered in love. You'll see this a bit better up close, but the stencils there, it's not just rain, those little hearts falling down to the umbrella. You've got the little girl with the umbrella up, showered in love. And then you've also got here, and again, this is beautiful, beauty in every step. The ballerina, and it's almost like she's sort of waving a magic wand and the magic of the kind of stars are being left behind there. The sentiment is, may you find rhythm in every moment and beauty in every step you take.
Do you know I wanted to be a ballerina when I was a little girl?
Did you actually?
Yeah, yeah.
Aww.
I mean, Nan bought me books on, is it, that lady, the Russian lady. She bought me books on her and I read the books, saw the pictures, always graceful. Then I found I couldn't balance.
Can't think of her
Couldn't get
name
up
now.
on my toes.
Well, I never knew that. You wanted to be a ballet
Yeah, I
dancer.
absolutely love ballet and I love watching. They're so graceful. Yeah, absolutely. Darcy Bustle's one of my favourites.
Darcy, yeah.
Like more modern ballerinas as well. So absolutely love that die.
I wanted to be a tap dancer when I was younger.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to give up though because I kept falling into the sink.
Oh, you.
Now, if you I'll be quick. If you're going for the showstopper, spend £15, $20, you'll get £45 or $60 worth of goodies. So you get the copper glitter card stock in there. You're also going to get your 3D embossing folder, stamp and die set. You've got one of our amazing animals from the outline stamp and die sets. That is that prairie visitor. You're going to get the king in die form from our Vintage Vegas collection. You've also got this beautiful Grecian harp and wreath from Myths and Legends, and we'll give you a bottle of our glitter glue in the willow. So that is everything for the price on the screen that you're seeing there. Now, if you go for that, you then access the bonus buy, which is incredible value for money. It is all of this cardstock for half the price you're about to see on the screen. So £22 is your price, and basically at that price, it's like you are paying for the 100 sheets of white linen card, premium A4 linen card, and the 40 sheets of your matte black card, and we give you everything else for free. But my word, what a bundle. 100 sheets, 40 sheets. You're then going to get your Centura Pearl in the... You're also going to get all of your linen cardstock from the Royal Jungle collection. You're getting 10 sheets of the pale silver glitter card. We're going to give you 20 sheets of our alcohol marker card. And then you've also got, this is, I want to say this is 40 sheets again of this metallic card, which you've got in mirror, matte mirror, glitter cardstock, and also adhesive glitter card as well. There it is. Yeah. So you're getting 10 sheets of glitter card, 2 of the 5 colours, 10 in the adhesive glitter, 10 in the matte mirror, and 10 in the mirror card as well. What a bundle that is on its own for the price on screen, but if you pop it into your basket with your showstopper, half that price. Let's get into this because we've got about 15 minutes left, and Debbie is going to show us a marvellous demo. And first of all, some finished samples.
Yeah, the samples are stunning. So I just wanted to quickly just recap for anybody that missed this, the samples from our fabulous team. It's just stunning. I mean, they're absolutely stunning. And I'm doing a little personal request for Jamie because he said he loves this one with umbrella. So I am going to do a demo with this one. Absolutely stunning. This is the difference, though. You can turn it from a silhouette into bring it to life with colour.
Yeah.
And take it in. I mean, the stencil allows you to get really creative as well, using things like inks. And again, a couple of examples of what it looks like as a silhouette, but what it also looks like when you bring colour to that beautiful die set. Absolutely incredible. Take it into your scrapbooking pages. We've just come off the back of Scrapbook Day. This is just stunning.
Gorgeous, isn't
and
it?
it's so simple to achieve those kind of looks. Honest to goodness, this is just a little bit of me. I love that. I absolutely love that. Take it into your box making.
Aww.
Yeah, this is just...
It's just a heartwarming set, isn't it?
It really, really is. It's just beautiful. And then me as a child in my head. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous bag making. Look at that for a bag. It's absolutely stunning. That bag design is just something else. It really is. So lots and lots of lovely ways that you can be using it. So I'm just going to get ready to do very quickly, Ben. I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to put all these away.
Okay.
And then we'll have a go at making a demo.
Just say hi to Colleen whilst we're there. It says, morning all the team and crafting friends. I slept in late this morning. Well, you deserve it. But now I'm drinking my first cup of coffee and watching the show. And hi to Christine. It says, I've just received mine yesterday, this collection. It's a lot of extra paper. Go for it, you say. Well, we know you love your paper. Just to say as well, after this show, later on today, we've got 2 more Crafty Stash shows coming up. All things Gemini at 2 o'clock. So that will be 9 a.m. for you Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. And then tonight, live at 5, we have got an embossing special for you as well. So hour long. Any questions on embossing? Any questions on the Gemini machines, get ready to fire those our way. And we would love it to be as interactive as it was yesterday. Okie dokie. we are going to have a look at the little lady under the umbrella.
Yeah, because Jamie asked, he said, oh, Debbie, no one's done with the umbrella just yet. So I thought, well, let's just please our lovely Jamie, who's in the gallery today. Bit of black and white. I'm loving the deal. I'm not going to lie. Perfect. Black and white, both together. I'm actually going to try and cut both pieces out at the same time because we all know the power of the Gemini is... In fact, actually, Debbie, don't get too clever. Let's stick those pieces of paper down as well. Just... There we go. Pop those on and run that through. I've got a couple of inks as well because I'm going to create a little bit of an inky background too. I've took some papers which you'll recognise when I show you.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favourite paper pads ever, marble. The marble.
With the flash of
foil.
gold foil?
Yeah.
Oh.
Adore.
Which one was your favourite, the opal or the black pearl? Ooh, decisions.
It's a real tough one, that one. Always saying black pearl in me.
Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, absolutely gorgeous. Right, so that has cut out my two pieces quite cleanly. And the reason I wanted to is because you can't... she's so gorgeous. I just love her. Look at her. She's just beautiful. But if I just bring that one out... In fact, let me get my poker tool. Stop trying to rip it apart, Debbie.
Just to say, Jackie Smith, I've seen your question that was saying, hi, what ink do I use for stamping? Go back and watch yesterday's stamping crafty stash with Debbie, because I suppose it depends what you want to colour with as to what
if you're colouring with alcohol-based mediums, look for the Finesse ink pad that's got the alcohol pen on the front. The other one is the water-based one, because if you're using a water-based or you're colouring with water-based, it has a paintbrush on the front and it's waterproof. But I did do a very good example.
You did.
So if you do want to go back and watch that show of why you need the two in your life, and it isn't just a gimmick, there's a really good demo on there to show you why you need that in your life.
Yesterday at 2 o'clock it was.
Yes, it was. Now, I'm just going to put those onto there. This one I'm going to keep as a solid, but this one I'm going to introduce a little bit of colour into there as well. So I've got a little bit of magenta blend, and I think I've got my purple one, hydrangea. Let's go with the hydrangea, because I'm going to separate. I'm going to colour. And literally just separate as though you were, if that was a brolly, so to speak. Let's come in and do that section as well. So I'm actually using the silhouette and the coloured together.
Yeah. Is our glass cutting mat still in stock, Johnny? Because we've got a question from Rachel Baker, who says, I'm after a glass cutting mat with card sizes on it. Which would you recommend? Well, our glass cutting mat.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're just having a look to see if it's still in stock. Oh, no.
It had been. Quite recently it had been, yeah.
We did it on like a bonkers price the other week.
Well, I'm not going to, It were a little bit crazy. I think I was here that week.
Yeah, we had it on like I'm sure we had it on a 60-minute deal show or something, and it just went bonkers, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Just keep checking back, Rachel. I'm sure it'll be back in stock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sooner rather than later. Just had a message, seen a message as well, and it's exactly the same as what you said about the little girl with the dandelion clock. This one again, you could cut the ponytail off.
Cut that ponytail off,
it could be a little boy, couldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So plenty.
You could
of
trim
options.
down as though that little figure there. So yeah, it could well easily be.
Yeah. Lots of ways to make these look exactly how you want them to.
Honestly, yeah, definitely. Just using my tri-blends again to create a little bit of depth on my brolly. There we go. So like, if I just lift that up, you can see that's created that little bit of dimension just by using the tri-blends. And the two colours that I used there was the hydrangea blend and the magenta.
Yeah.
Just to create... wait a minute. You belong on there, Debbie. You would have been able to blame me for that one then. I love the blame game.
Well, no one can blame you for making a mess because you tidied everything up yesterday.
I did. I did indeed. Yeah, I'm glad you saw that, Ben. I'm glad you saw that.
Don't you worry, I'll spread the word.
When you carry on with the colours, I've just done the brolly as the example, but that is her finished. And again, I use the hydrangea blend. This was the jade green, and then the true blue, and of course pale, you know, the fair skin one just to colour in, and then the dark brown one on there as well. So any kind of, whatever you want to, because in my head, that's me as a young child.
Ah.
With my brown hair, because that's the original colour of my hair.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, and then literally I'm going to use it to create a drop shadow. So all I'm going to do now is get, and oh, by the way, I just used a bit of the silver. So do you know, from our silver metallic paint markers to create my brolly brand. But I'm just going to pop on the back now a little bit of, let me find my tacky glue. There you are. Let's pop the tacky glue onto the back of my image. And we're going to just drop shadow.
Perfect. Love a bit of a drop shadow these days, don't we? A lot of people are using more of the matte black cardstock nowadays, I think. It just makes your toppers and sentiments look a bit more profesh.
Yes, yeah. So we'll start with the brolly, drop it down just a fraction, so that the rest follows suit. There you go. Just that little bit of pop. And because it is tacky glue, I still got a little bit of wiggle movement. I wouldn't use collal glue on the back of that because you will get your fingers and everything, it'll be a sticky mess. So just use your tacky glue or your dotty tape pen. I don't trust myself with the dotty tape pen with a very delicate die cut, so I use that's when I switch over to my tacky glue.
Yeah.
But you can just see that little pop of that shadow just around the back of her, which is where I was going with that one. Just gonna, there we go. Perfect. I'm just gonna let her dry for a second. Right, pop that back in there. Now, I did do a duplicate one. So on the duplicates, I actually cut it from, I reversed it. So the image that I used this time was like a mirror image.
Oh, yeah.
And when I mirror imaged, I coloured in.
Yeah.
Because what I wanted to do was create an upside down image. So if I just pop that the right way around, so that it looks like a bit of reflection in the water. And I just muted those colours just down a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, and chopped off a bit of body, which I'll explain in a second when you see my background piece. Now, I created a little bit of a background, and I did use the stencil.
Yep.
And it literally was a couple of ink pads. Now, I showed the Neptune ink pad yesterday. This has got the bit of shimmer, so there's a little bit of shimmer just onto there. And it literally was, do you know when you saw me do the smoosh technique and I dropped it down onto my craft mat, spritzed it, and then picked it up? That's what I did with this. And then I've just taken a paintbrush, bit more down on there, and literally painted over and created, just using a little brush, little bit of a flick.
Yeah.
As though it's a splashy puddle, because guess what she's going to do?
Jump in muddy
she's
puddles.
Going to jump as though she's jumping in a puddle.
Love it.
And this is the reflection of the water, and that's going to be
Very
the upside down image that's going to stick on onto there. And then the stencil, because the stencil that you're getting in there, I just used pink tulip. I was going to add the stronger colour, but I then decided to cut out lots of little love hearts. So we're going to stick all this together. So let's go in and stick that down onto my background. Let's get her feet in them puddles.
Nice.
And then let's get this one on.
That's such a cool idea to have the reflection.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that mirror image, isn't it, that you have to do with a gel plate or with a stamp, but you can do it with a die. The die cut piece just looks really cool, doesn't it? I really like that. And then literally all I'm going to do is put that onto the back of my cardstock, just like so, using a little bit of all-purpose glue.
All your glue tips yesterday on the glue school, if you missed it, 5 o'clock yesterday.
Absolutely. So just pop that onto there.
Saying the viewing figures we had for those shows yesterday, Debbie, were crazy. Loads of people Loved all of the...
Honestly, my inbox, lots of messages in there. There's a couple that didn't apply to the shows that I did yesterday that I will be getting back to, because I've had a couple of people asking for some hints and tips. So I will reply back to you. It's just I'm just a little bit busy at the minute, but I promise. I try to get back to absolutely every single message, but it was full yesterday. I'm not going to lie. So you can see my marble paper. Just think it's just gorgeous, this paper. I love it. Love it so much. And it's just a 5x7 card base. I'm going to then pop this going down into the strip there, but I am going to lift it a little bit to create a little bit of dimension using some foam on a roll. And I think we mentioned the foam on the roll.
We did. In
the show as well. In fact, did you see how much glue I got out? I forgot I didn't put it away last night, so when I came in this morning, I had to go and pour everything back. Jake is not here. Is he on holiday?
It was his birthday on Sunday, wasn't it?
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed his birthday.
He went to a Comic-Con. He was having a proper geek out. He met Casper Van Dien, didn't he? From, what was it called, the movie he was in? Starship Troopers.
Oh, I bet he were in his element.
Yeah. He looked like a happy chappy. Bless him.
And then I'm going to use the Showered with Love, and I'm just going to stick that underneath the make. So let's just get that down.
What colours did you use for the muted side, asks Diana?
It was the same pens, but it was the opposite end.
Right.
So it's do you know the bleed through that we talk about?
Yes.
It's the bleed through, and I just highlighted it a little bit with a precision just to highlight that. But it gives you the more muted if on the opposite end.
Yeah.
So just turn that around. You saturate and it mutes it. So that's all that is. And I just highlighted in little areas.
Yeah.
Just went over the top. But yeah, that's all it was. It was the same colours. So I'm just going to put Showered. Get that nice and straight. And then I've got here my little, where's my poker tool? The little love hearts from the die. So if I just bring that out, I just multi-cut using my mini. Perfect one to do on there. And that I'm just going to scatter those little ones around. Literally just dot them in. There's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just literally picking them up and placing them around the stencil area. And I'm going to put them in like different wonks. Is that the right word?
Wonks?
Different wonky on the wonk.
We know what you mean.
You know what I mean,
want to say
don't you?
on the wonk.
Yeah,
different
on the
wonks. Yeah.
That's it, random. Thank you, Johnny.
No, Johnny.
I knew Johnny.
Different wonks is what
I
is
knew
the
he would think of the right word, since I can never think of.
Johnny just said that would be a good band name. We've been the Different Wonks. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, Newton Aycliffe.
And then let's just put the one there. And there you go. Using just for Jamie, because Jamie requested the little girl with the umbrella because he loved that one. And there you go, Jamie, just for you.
Absolutely love this card, says Trudy. Miss Heffalump says that card is absolutely adorable. And Paul Prince says, I'm voting now for this card to be the weekly winner. There we go. There we go. It was a fabulous demo from a fabulous collection. Massive thank you to Debbie. We will be back in just under an hour's time. Anything you want to know about your Gemini machine but were too afraid to ask, later on will be the show to do it. Crafty Stash. Basically anything you want to know, whether it be Gemini 2, the original Gemini, whether it be
How long have I got with that show?
Well, don't say as long as you want. We'll be here for 4 hours.
I'll be in my element then, because I was worried I'm going to get everything into an hour, but I'm going to try and get everything in, and any question you want answering, because you know how much I love this machine. I talk about it all the time. It's it's my choice of machine, and I can't wait. So tune in at 2.
Yeah.
See you there.
Yeah. See how we get on. Might be an hour. It might be an hour and 10, something like that. I'm sure it won't go to 2. Let's go for a quick break. No, let's go for an hour. We'll go for a bit of lunch right now. From launch party to lunch party. We will be back in an hour's time for that brilliant show. So get your questions ready. We'll see you back here in just an hour's time. Bye for now.